Nigeria is like a hellfire.
Hello and welcome. Why are Igbos not complaining? In the midst of this economic crisis, in the midst of this devastating state of economy in Nigeria, the Igbo man is keeping quiet. What is the secret? Why are they not feeling the pain how other people are feeling? Just take a look at this particular incident. This is a trailer loaded with goods from Dangote moving to a particular location, got a spot and stopped. The community invaded the trailer and made away with all the materials. Just take a look at it. Meanwhile, if this kind of thing happened in East, by now helicopter of jet fighters will be hovering all over the southeast to recover this particular stolen goods. But that's not my discussion. My discussion remains, why are Igbos not protesting? I'm going to tell you some certain things that will make you to think, could it be this? They are not protesting. Remember when a madam decided to punish the housemaid by giving him excess work in the house, he never knew she was simply training the girl on how to manage and control her home. Think about it. I will watch this video by Professor Usman and watch a response from a young man, a guy who was well articulated in his response to Professor Usman. I know you must have watched them. You may not also must have watched the other one and be watching. So I want to bring both of them together. The Usman declaration and the response from a man I call an articulated Igbo man. Let's listen to them.
It's my turn. I can do it. There is a saying that leaders have forfeited the right to make any excuses. It's your turn. It's not President Muhammadu Buhari that took away fuel subsidy flippantly. It is you. And you bear all the consequences of that reckless policy. So, it is you that we and God Almighty will hold responsible for whatever happens secondary to all your policies. It's not President Muhammadu Buhari or Jonathan.
I've kept many
You can
of
do
you
it.
hungry.
You said it's your turn. Now do it. Leaders have forfeited the right to make excuses. And the way they are going about it, they are doing nothing. Let me tell you, it is the cause, the reason is inflation. It's not because there is no food in the market. It's inflation. When this party came in 2015, a bag of rice, 50 kilos of rice was 7,500. Yesterday I went to the market, it was 70,000. Maize, 60,000. How much is the minimum wage?
I've kept
30,000.
many of you hungry.
How much does a soldier in the war front earn? 50,000. How much does the police recruit earn? Constable earns? About that. They cannot even buy rice. 30,000 in those who work. What is the percentage of Nigerians that work? So, Mr. President, sit up. This is no time for excuses. Leaders have forfeited the right to make excuses. And the way they are doing it is, they're thinking of price control. They are thinking of busting warehouses. Hello, I'm old enough to have seen 14 administrations. Clearly, from that of General Yakubu Gowon to currently President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We in 1984, I was a young doctor, 2 years out of medical school. President General Muhammadu Buhari followed the same thing. Price control, busting warehouses. Where did it take us? They haven't learned anything in 40 years. They haven't learned anything in 40 years. Yesterday, NLC, the president of NLC, Joe Ajero, said you can give ₦1 million to workers if inflation keeps eating that up. You are not going to achieve what you need to achieve. The primary problem is the runaway inflation. The economy is out of control. The managers of our economy, they are drowning, they don't know what to do. They are the ones that cause the deterioration of the exchange rate of the naira, the inflation we see, and the cost of food and everything in the market. It is not availability. There is food in the market. What I call on all the governors of this country and the president, everything should stop still. This is no time to build bridges or flyovers. This is the time to open the treasury and buy food and give food to the people and subsidize food. The only way you can crash down the price of food is bring down inflation. But these guys don't know how to do it. But flood the market with subsidized food. I lived in the United States forever. Everywhere in the world there is subsidy on food.
I hope you guys heard him. But my question to him, this suffering, did it just start now that Miloko is in office? The answer is no. But why, if he started when Buhari was there, why didn't he make this kind of video to tell us to subsidize the food? He didn't tell Buhari this advice. He's not giving advice to Miloko because they are no longer in control. I don't want to talk too much. Please listen to the response of this our Igbo brother, what he told him in response. Listen and be blessed. Let me go and begin to drink my tea and watch it.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and in that interview he mentioned that he doesn't understand why the Southeast and Southwest is quiet. Professor Yusuf, let me tell you something. When elders like you and Bolo Shoyinka and a lot of them came out supporting what was not right and making it seem right, the whole Nigerian youths that looked up to people like you were astonished. What is Tinubu, or what has Tinubu done in his 7 months in office that Buhari did not do more than 3 times? Buhari selectively appointed only the North. He was giving people money in the North to feed. He was feeding the students to the detriment of others in the Southeast, in the Southwest, and other geopolitical areas. Buhari appointed his own people, you Northerners, from top to bottom. Nobody said a word. Not one Igbo person, not one Southeasterner was in his government. He built the railway up to Niger Republic that is better than us today now. And nothing in the East. People like you, Professor Yusuf, kept quiet. Your threat to Tinubu is not acceptable because when you do something, when you sow the seed of evil and discord, you never know how it will extend. Your president, Muhammad Buhari, set the precedent for what is happening today. He made it look like a winner takes it all. And you guys in the North, all of you kept quiet and said nothing. For 8 years that he ruled, I never saw you come out to one day to tell Buhari that what he was doing in terms of political appointment, infrastructural development of the nation was wrong. What we are suffering today in Nigeria is partly from your person in the North. Buhari inherited how much in foreign exchange? Our foreign account, we had reserve. Where did the money go to? How much did Buhari leave before going? What state of economy did Buhari leave before going? So Tinubu inherited whatever that was left, that was left from Buhari. So partially of what we are suffering today is from Tinubu. Yes, Tinubu should get things right. People are suffering. But the threat from the North should not be taken seriously. Nobody is taking it seriously. We are all feeling the hunger. Everybody in Nigeria is feeling the hunger. So it's not just the North alone. And you now making it look like the North is suffering more than any other person. That's not true. We Igbos for 54 years, we have suffered. And you people, you elders, both yourself, Wolo Soyinka, and the rest of them, maintained the status quo. Even up to Obasanjo, when he was president, what did he do? Did he open the seaport? We have to import from Lagos. We have to fly to Lagos. We have to do everything in Lagos. And currently, what are they're doing? They're destroying our properties, our shops, and everything. Have you, Professor Yusuf, said a word? People like you should be quiet. It is unacceptable that every time something does not favor the North, you threaten everybody with F-16s and you threaten everybody with violence. That time has passed. We in the North, we in the Southeast We have been down for 54 years. All your policies have been entrenched to keep us down. And now you want us to do what? Come out and demonstrate for what? For a nation that has never accepted us, for a nation that has consistently kept us down, for a nation that we have more than 100 to 1,000 police checkpoints before we go into our houses, for a nation that when the military was going around burning every village in Igbo, did you say a word? You guys should stop threatening people when things don't favor you. Professor Yusuf, I think a lot of you and some of your northern elders and all these people shouting today about hunger, all of you should be quiet, because you were there when this systemic pilfering of the nation purse was going on. You said nothing. It is quite strange that you come out now and you want to threaten everybody in Nigeria. Yes, there's hunger. We will all suffer it together. You guys participated. How many of the judges are from the southeast or southwest? You guys knew the result of the election, but you made sure that the Supreme Court delivered a judgment that was not true. And here you are threatening us. Professor Yusuf, Nigerians, we have come above all these rhetorics from the north. Anything that wants to happen now should happen. Tinubu is the president. He will be there for 8 years. And everybody should learn to kick in. If the nation goes, if the hunger becomes too much, we should all go back to farming. But the threat from the north will not be acceptable, because you guys were there for 8 years. You did nothing to change Nigerian system. You did nothing to restructure the nation. You did nothing to improve the well-being of the people. How many people were employed during Buhari's 8 years in office? I think, to be very honest, I think you guys should be quiet.
I beg, if the man has finished, and let me go back to my hotel room and sleep. I will come back for another podcast. Help me share this video. I beg.